So is Shopify the next Amazon, and should Amazon be worried? The answers to both these questions are so obvious to me.
The only way to find out is to stay tuned to the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Alright, let's get right into it. So in my previous video, I went into a lot of details and broke down exactly why I have been investing a significant amount of money into Tesla. So if you missed that video and want to check it out, you can click right up there. So now for this video, I'm going to break down the second company that I believe is another category disruptor, just like Tesla, that I have been investing heavily into and buying even more shares during the recession, and plan on continuing to buy more, and that company is Shopify. Now before I get absolutely roasted in the comments, I want to clarify that I absolutely love Amazon. I buy everything on there. I have a Prime membership, 2 Amazon Alexas, and a Kindle. So with those things in mind, it's no surprise that I also hold a significant amount of Amazon stock in my portfolio. In fact, it's been one of my biggest holdings and it's done exceptionally well the past couple of years. But I'm also a realist, and I don't think there's any question that Shopify right now is absolutely, without a doubt, the biggest threat to Amazon's reign, and that Shopify has a very good chance to be a company that someday has a market cap in the hundreds of billions of dollars. And keep in mind that right now Shopify is sitting at about a 50 billion market cap. So those are some pretty bold claims right there that I'm making, so we clearly got a lot to talk about. But real quick, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z or just want to help support the channel, please smash that like button, as it really helps us with the YouTube algorithm and gets the video shown to more people. So for those of you who might not be too familiar with what Shopify is, basically what it is an e-commerce platform that enables entrepreneurs and small businesses to create their very own online stores and get everything up and running to start selling and collecting money in a matter of minutes. Whereas just a couple years ago, the whole process of getting everything set up was just a train wreck and would take forever. And I know this very well from my own personal experiences when I was first starting my businesses online. It could easily take weeks or even months, and you'd have to hire a designer and web developer, etc., just to get a decent looking website up and running. So Shopify just really came in and made the whole process a lot easier and much more cost effective, especially for aspiring entrepreneurs who are just trying to get their feet off the ground and get started for the very first time.
We think we can be the entrepreneurship company. While other companies are trying to build empires, we are arming the rebels. And honestly, the rebels are winning. I love it.
Now, for the past couple of years, Shopify's growth has been absolutely ridiculous. Just last year, in the fourth quarter, they announced 47% year-on-year revenue growth, plus $61 billion in sales on their platform, which is up 49% over the last year. Which is insane. Very few companies can pull off numbers like that. Also, during Black Friday, their platform was averaging sales of $1 million per minute. Let me repeat that for emphasis just in case you missed it. Every single minute of Black Friday of last year, their platform was averaging $1 million of goods sold per minute.
$1 million.
Those numbers are absolutely staggering. Now, Shopify has over 1 million merchants and hosts well over 600,000 stores on their platform. And many of the stores that they host have been getting a lot of press and notoriety as of late, especially with so many of them constantly dominating the social media sphere. And they range anywhere from big clothing brands such as Fashion Nova to cosmetics like Kylie Cosmetics and even teeth whitening kits by Snow. And they don't stop with just e-commerce. They also have a point of sale solution for physical commerce to compete with the likes of Square, and over the past couple of years have been investing heavily into what they call the Shopify Fulfillment Network, which will enable everyday small businesses to offer 2-day shipping to all their customers in the USA. Sound familiar? Exactly right. So as you can clearly see, they're planning on going head to head with Amazon, and they'll be investing over $1 billion over the next few years into building massive fulfillment networks that can compete with the likes of Amazon, which coincides with their vision of enabling and inspiring entrepreneurs and small businesses to be able to have access to warehouse systems, machine learning, and other technologies that normally were only reserved for the largest of companies in the world, and making them accessible and affordable to all merchants. Very David versus Goliath-esque, if you ask me. Now, you may be wondering, couldn't these entrepreneurs and small businesses just sell on Amazon and use Amazon's massive fulfillment network? Yes, they technically could, but there are massive downsides to them doing that. And what a lot of investors are not aware of, not only does Amazon take a significant cut of your profits for each item that you sell, but even more importantly, Amazon keeps all of your customers' data, meaning you can't even do any remarketing to your customers because Amazon doesn't share that contact information with you, such as email address. And if you've done any e-commerce before, like me, you will very well know that remarketing to your customers is one of the most important and lucrative things you can do as a business owner. Not to mention that Amazon has been known to use that data of what products are selling the most on their platform to then create a potentially competitive product to yours and sell it for much cheaper and promote it above yours on their site. And they can do this because remember that they completely control everything that happens on their platform. Thus, overnight, they can virtually destroy your business in a matter of seconds and take you out of business without thinking twice about it.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
So what Shopify is doing is giving the power back to the entrepreneurs, allowing them to build their own websites, control their own data, and basically just cut out the middleman completely, aka cut out the Amazons of the world, which is obviously very bad news for Amazon. Now, obviously, Shopify is light years away from overtaking Amazon or anything even remotely close to that. But what I'm saying is there is a potential there, and you best believe that Amazon is keeping a close eye on what Shopify is doing. And I could definitely see why many sellers would be very tempted to move their businesses completely off of Amazon and go to Shopify, aka go direct to the consumers, versus selling on Amazon and dealing with a middleman where they basically have no control over their fate and are under the control and desires of Amazon overlords. And keep in mind that if it starts to happen even on a small basis, and then that's a really big deal, because what you have to remember is that more than 50% of Amazon sales were sold by third-party sellers, not by Amazon themselves. So Amazon relies on these small businesses massively.
I always call it massive. Sometimes they say huge, huge.
Contrary to popular belief, so this will be very interesting to see how this plays out over the coming years. Now, one of the knocks against Shopify is that they are not profitable yet, which doesn't really bother me much as they are investing heavily into building their infrastructure right now. So obviously they don't have a PE currently since they are not profitable yet, and they have a ridiculously high forward PE of over 2,000 plus. Now, although those are very legitimate concerns that a lot of investors have, especially value investors, we see these things all the time with super high growth companies, and these were also the very same concerns that so many investors had for so many years with Amazon that stopped them from pulling the trigger on Amazon 6 to 8 years ago. And look how that worked out for them. So Shopify, as recording this video, is trading at around $447 a share, down from its 52-week high of $593 a share. So at a significant discount from its high, but honestly, the markets have been so unpredictable lately, and the fact that the Dow Jones has rallied over 5,000 points in less than 3 weeks, like 3 trading weeks, is just absolutely incredible and kind of mind-boggling, to be honest. And all this while we are in an unprecedented time where global economies are shut down right now, and still the market has gained over 5,000 points in a matter of just 3 weeks. Even the S&P 500 has gone up over 20% since the bottom in just a matter of 3 weeks. That's incredible. And the fact that the S&P 500 year to date is only down 14.52%, Now, it's crazy to me, especially considering that there's still no cure for the current health situation and global economies are still not opened back up, at least not yet. With that in mind, I feel like the market is factoring in a ton of optimistic thinking right now, and a lot of investors are betting on everything returning to normal very quickly. But I'm not too sure about that yet because there's just too many uncertainties right now, at least for me. So I'd suggest practicing some level of patience, as it would not surprise me at all if we have another significant couple of dips going forward in the stock market. So look out for those, and if they do happen, capitalize on them and grab these category disrupting stocks at even more of a massive discount. But if you don't want to wait and want to secure up some discounted stocks right now, I'd recommend doing your research. Don't just throw money wildly, and also consider doing some dollar cost averaging maybe, because I predict that there's going to be a lot of volatility in the stock market going forward. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and as always, before you leave, please smash that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel grow. And also, I would love to know, what's your opinion on Shopify? Leave them in the comments below. Do you agree with me, disagree with me? Either way, I would love to hear your perspective and take on everything. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a beautiful week. Stay safe out there, guys.